Well, thank you for your patience. Welcome to the Treasure Trove. I'm your host today, Santa Claus, and I'm just waiting on my elf to show up here. Been tied up with the reindeer in the shed today, so I just managed to get inside here to touch base with everybody. Had a great day yesterday. Oh man, oh man. It was unbelievable. I must have seen several hundred children yesterday and parents, and had an interesting day. Had some, get myself comfortable here. Had actually a wonderful time. It was quite special. I think what touched my hearts the most was the number of new parents that were bringing out their newborns, some of them only a couple weeks old, to come and see old Santa Claus and get a picture taken. It was quite nice. So how is everybody today? I see Touched by Yarn, Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Young John Jacobs, my buddy Coin World UK. I see you there. What else do we have? Madwood Barbecue. Christopher Ty. My goodness, good to see everybody. It's been quite an interesting day today. Yesterday. There we go. So, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I think it's the first time I've ever had to walk through a mall, and I had a significant escort, and at least 3 elves that were guiding me through the mall. Because what they've gone and done is they set up an absolutely beautiful area to have pictures done. But it's quite a ways away from the admin office where you prep yourself, and so they have to walk you through the mall to get to your spot to do your day's taskings. And then, of course, during the day, they inform me, well, Santa, if you need to use the restroom, we've arranged for you to use the restroom in the local toy store. The toy store. Now, if you were Santa Claus and you had to use the restroom, how difficult would it be to get to that restroom through a toy store? It's just well thought of. My goodness. So, Joya de Fête. I have my Tim Hortons here to enjoy in the great white north of Canada. So everybody's very quiet today. Nobody talking? 50 Fahrenheit, John. My goodness. We're at a balmy. I think we're around 10 Fahrenheit here today. So it's almost t-shirt and short weather, but Needs a little bit more warm if we wanted to do that. Not much. Hardy stock up here. We got some acoustic guitar playing in the background. It's quite nice. So I've left the link in the chat. Anybody would like to come up and chit chat with the old guy here? I'll just be waiting on my elf whenever he gets around to coming on board. My goodness. So nice. So does anybody have any collectibles, coins, cards, things that they'd like to share with everybody else? I think what I'll do is I'll give you a chance to see what I'm looking at here. Are we working yet? Hello, Paula. Evil Arch Conservative, PA Patriots. My goodness, I don't know what's going on with my internet here. What do we have going on here? I mean, I was talking to myself for 10 minutes.
There was no link. If you look for the chat, I said no link, no link, no link. And then you decided to fall asleep, Santa. I told you not to have those cookies, and you had those cookies.
I had to contact the Numismaniac to ask him to do it for me.
That guy, eh?
Unbelievable.
He's always playing jokes on you, Santa.
My goodness. I see if I get the sound up a little bit here. Oh, there we go. How's that?
All good here. All good here.
Good. I will continue to enjoy my chimneys. I was stuck out with the reindeer dealing with some issues, had problems with their hooves.
That's what happened then. Everything froze on you.
Is that what happened?
I think so. Because we thought we had this like thing going in the chat that, you know, your own music put you to sleep.
Well, it is quite relaxed. I'm taking it easy because yesterday, yesterday, man, oh man, it was a hoot. I never smiled and laughed so much in years.
Cool.
I had a different family every 6 minutes for 6 straight hours.
Oh wow!
And so it ranged anywhere from 1 child to 10. And
some people are so bored, aren't they?
Children were of course they're a little younger, but I was surprised to see how many newborn babies that I had pictures with. And some of them, boy, can they poop.
At least you ain't got the old ladies yet.
Oh. New.
EAC, Ronzi, PA Patriots, Prospecting, Anna, our treasured home. Thank you for the mention the other day, by the way. Thank you. It's really kind of you. Killerman and JJ, Christopher, Taffy Coins, and many other. Anna, I'm Crazy is here, and that's really kind of you guys to be here. With Sleepy Santa.
Oh, I'm not sleepy. No. I had a good sleep, but I was pretty tuckered out by the time I got back to the old workshop here. Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that then.
Fulfilling day.
It was fulfilling, all right. I wish I was there, Santa. I'm so sorry.
I think you would have really enjoyed it, tell you the truth. I had 3 excellent elves that helped me out.
Hey,
now that I know that did no one hear what I said earlier?
Yeah, everybody heard what you said.
Oh, okay. I'm not quite sure with this thing anymore. I'm like, okay, there's no one chatting.
We were all chatting away. So how was the toy shop? You had your own commode, your own toilet in the toy shop.
Yes.
That's actually really convenient. So when you must have come out the loo and they saw you, they must have thought.
No, just getting into the loo was tough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you had to dodge aisles and whatnot. Santa. I'm like, oh my goodness. But walking through the mall was a delight. It was quite. I felt like I was in an English football match. More like rugby, actually.
Yeah, that's probably more like it.
Yeah, it was more like rugby. Tried to dodge. Santa. There's only 25 or 30,000 people in that mall yesterday.
So that's more fun than town gets in a football. Hey, I had a package yesterday, and I still yet to do Taffy Coins mail call. I've had an eventful weekend, so
You got a package?
Yeah, I'm going to open it up right now.
That's not the one I sent you.
No, unfortunately not here yet.
Yeah, you just make sure you don't make the mistake again.
I'm not opening this up yet. It's got my address on the front. So, shall we see what it is yet?
Santa does not need a diaper, EAC. Polar Bear does.
That's why he uses reindeers.
Oh, what have we got here? Must make it large. There you go. Oh, that's very pretty.
King Charles III.
Wow. And his ears aren't protruding as high as I thought they might.
No.
They must have pinned them back.
So that will be done this week. And
Wow.
so take a look at the first King's 50p. That's coming a pretty nice case, actually.
Everybody's been waiting to see that effigy.
Okay.
It's just weird, isn't it?
It's weird not having the Queen on there, and I will show you. I can't show you. Hang on a second. I have to play around with the camera a minute.
Our treasured home says it's cool.
It is pretty cool.
Cuckoo.
I thought it was going to be something like the FA Cup type thing. So bear with me a second. The dog's having a sniff.
You're having a what?
No, the dog's having a bit of a.
Oh, the dog's having a sniff.
Yeah, the dog's having a nosy, you know.
And DJ's in the house.
DJ. So
Right there.
there's the Queenie. And here's the Kingy.
Cool.
Oh, John. I'll let him answer that one.
What's that? Oh man, it was the worst game. I've never fallen asleep during an England match, and I think there's a lot of people going around online at the moment saying the match was fixed big time between both teams. In fact, there's even because I said it with my friend. I goes, "This looks fixed because there's no way teams who need to win in the World Cup will hold back." And they were both just sat there. You can tell as a player what is going on. And he's going, "No, man, this is so fixed." And I was going, "Yep, I agree with you. It's fixed. It's absolutely fixed." And even in some of the broadcasts, it's been taken down. They're literally been taken down as soon as they go up. That has been fixed. Even I've left comments has been wiped off in some of the videos going, if I've seen a fixed match, it's then. I goes, "Yep, I've seen better fixed." Hey, he's down again. Sucker's down. Look, there he goes. Ready? Yeah, he's fine. Something's fine. That's what a present looks like when you throw it from the sledge.
I'm not good with technology.
Uh,
Neither is your stands.
yeah.
No, but
Uh,
well, we got Wales tomorrow anyway, so let's see how it goes there. Wales got
cool.
to beat us 4-0, and any team who wins, we're out. Put it that way. It's ours to lose now, but never mind. Nick Mona, there you go. Got the Queen, King Charles III.
Hmm.
I don't know if you can see that very well on there. You have to make me a bit larger. Let's skip if you can. So, how is DJ doing anyway?
I'm doing good. You know,
Long
just,
coins.
I
I miss
just
Queenie.
got done posting another video, so
Oh yeah.
yeah. Had I didn't know one today because one of my friends posted a review of a show that I just watched, and I was thinking, oh, let's do a friendly competition and put out a video, the same video on the same day. So that's what I did. So yeah. Yeah.
You have to chill out. I'm going to put that there on my stand. Actually, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know if any of y'all interested in the Adams family.
The Adams Family. The
Little
Adams
Diddy.
Family. Yes.
Yeah.
Morton
They
Gomez and Uncle Fester and Grandma and Wendy and Pugsley and Lurch
You got Thing,
and Thing.
I
I can't forget Thing.
I
Uncle Fester, Lurch, Mr.
yeah
Adam,
and
Morticia,
I think
Wednesday,
you've got
and
a name
what's
wrong,
the Tuesday?
said. It's not Wednesday, it's Wednesday.
We said Wednesday. It is Wednesday. No, it's
No,
not. It's
It's
Monday.
Monday.
no, what you said was Wednesday.
Well, that's because that's how we say it in Canada. It's Wednesday.
I have an hard time as well. Cartoon Universe.
Look, I watched the show when it first came out live.
On radio. He watched it on radio.
Okay, but anyways, the show I reviewed today was the new Wednesday.
That's
Oh,
right.
on Netflix.
Wednesday is the new one. She's in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we're going to get round to watching that.
yeah,
I don't like the guy that plays Gomez in this one. He just doesn't suit the part.
well, no,
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So that's one of our go-to things. We got a whole list.
I mean,
Silky.
I feel like for the amount he's in it, he did a great job.
Nah, yeah, he's an actor.
I mean, I think Montessa definitely did a better job than Gomez, but I mean, I enjoyed the Gomez character a bit. So,
I got hooked on Thing. Thing looks like he really had a bad time.
Well, he's missing a body.
No. Thing before was he looked nice and smooth, no wrinkles. This thing is scarred and stitched.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like he was using that, hand cream, wasn't he?
He's
Yeah.
like a Franken thing.
Yeah. Look, I like that they gave him more of a purpose in this one because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like in the other family shows that that thing was just there and didn't have a actual role to
Yeah, like a
fill.
secondary character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's actually far more active in this one.
yep.
I just noticed something different with our coins here. Now, our 50p's weigh 6 grams. On here, it's 8 grams. So are they going to be thicker?
Oh, kid of mine, horseshoes and hand grenades. So I slipped up and forgot the NES.
So you can imagine that's what I'm saying. He said one. He said one day, and that
Look,
was
they're picking on me, Elf.
that.
They're picking on Santa.
That's what.
Well, that's what you get when you
because
say
of a
things.
slip of the tongue. I knew who I was talking about.
We didn't. That's why we had to correct you.
You speak
Yeah.
Elvish, so I don't bother with you.
You speak Canadian. I get confused.
Eh?
Yeah, but I mean, overall, it was a good show. I mean, it was nice and dull, so I liked it.
I think certain remakes and spin-offs actually do work fairly well.
Yeah.
Most of them don't know.
Certain films, like they did the one with Dark Shadows. That was an incredible movie that they did as a spin-off from the series.
Yeah, I enjoyed that show. It was a bit, so I could yeah.
I like the treasure that he had. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Please don't. I've just had a text from Santa. Please don't pick on him, or you won't get no presents. Here you go, Santa. Stuck up for you. Speak orchid.
Fou. Je suis Canadien. Et tu?
Right, kid.
Yeah.
It is hard to understand.
but yeah, I will say that Wednesday is all that I watched for the past 2 days. Like, I began it on Saturday night, watched up until episode 7 last night, and just now for this episode 8. So
I can see DJ now. He's put his seatbelt on his couch. He's got his feet up. He's got his drinks on one side, all his snacks on the other, and he's powering through this Wednesday festival, trying to get through the whole thing so he could sit here and go, no, it's not Wednesday, it's Wednesday.
yeah, well, I mean, it was not not a
You
lot.
blame him.
Not a lot of shows make me want to binge watch this.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, DJ.
Yeah.
I do the same for certain ones too. Um, certain shows that I could binge watch repeatedly. I love. I hate to admit it. I love Harry Potter. I've watched the entire
Yeah,
series probably 50 times.
yeah,
Uh,
same.
I don't know if they watched Harry Potter as many as that, but I watched half an hour of it and I thought, what am I doing?
Well, where were you on the Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah.
Well, he was a child then.
Yeah, that's
It, it gets better and darker.
yeah.
Oh, does it? I will
Philo-
try to watch it for you, Santa. Okay.
yeah, Philosopher's Stone is just the beginning. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
really,
the character development hasn't even shown through yet. It gets really good.
yeah. I mean, get to Prisoner of Azkaban and then tell us what you think. Yeah, because I do think Prisoner of Azkaban is well, he really develops as a character. Don't know about you, said that, but that's my opinion. So,
If you listen closely, Christopher, you can hear the music for while shepherds watch their flocks by night. And binge watch Sons of Anarchy. Do you know there's one I've never seen that show.
I have, however, never watched it. So, but you know what I am watching now? And I wish I could binge it, but it's a weekly show. No Santa Clauses with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen does a really good job. I mean, I do enjoy watching him. And
Yeah,
some of my favorite ones are when he made the mechanical Santa, and
yeah,
when the Santa is doing his
yeah. Yeah, I
that's
enjoyed
that's
the movies were good, but the TV series that's on now is great. And a good thing that I like about it is that he actually has his double in it with him. So, it's truly a family show.
it is. Yeah, it is. I'm glad too that they're reintroducing Bernard. Boy, he's changed.
Yeah, and yeah, can't wait to see that he hasn't appeared yet, but yeah, I can't wait to see that. Nice.
Sorry, I'm just reading about this coin.
Alright.
The 717 detector, Nick Molnar, nice to see you.
We got
Silver Night File, Silver Tea.
Anne's Arts and Crafts. I have 1 or 2 coins I can show if you still want to see. Of course, we want to see them.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna jump off. Go Friday.
No!
No more show to binge.
Every
Watch more Wednesday.
Every time
Emily.
DJ says he's going to jump off, I picture him on top of a building with a parachute. Hey, what are you doing?
Now, before I go, I did want to say I am coming out with a circle for my channel, and
Hey,
if all of you are interested in getting that, give me an email and send me your address. I will have one out to you when I get them.
Oh, twist my arm.
definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely reciprocate on that one.
See you around, guys.
Take
You
care.
take care, brother. Look after yourself.
You too.
Bye.
I like DJ. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is wonderful. Ho, ho, ho. Well, there's another Nick in the house.
Mr. Nick Molnar. I just look at the looking for the specifications. For these new coins. Because our coins weigh 6 grams, and on there it says it's 8 grams, but can't be right unless they're a bit thicker.
Thicker, you say? Thicker.
Just a tad thicker. They're the same size because I just put it. They have to be the same size in. Otherwise, when they go into circulation, because they're still going to be using the Queen Elizabeth II coins for years to come.
Right.
And when you're using like vendor machines or whatever, nice one.
That's me. Oh, I think I'll wet myself.
No, it's not silver. No, it is. Ah, there we go.
Oh, jeez.
There, I put the link in for anybody who wants to come up.
Yeah, they're a little bit thicker. They're 8 grams. Weird.
Yeah.
What if they've done that as a precaution to stop counterfeiting early releases?
Hello, Anna.
Anne, not Anna. Just so you know.
Hello, Anna.
Anne, not Anna. Just so you
Oh,
know.
my goodness. I'm
Oh,
getting
sorry
in
about
trouble.
that. There we go. I fixed it.
Crossover Paranormal Society.
Or you
What are we looking at? Mexico?
Yes. It's a 0.999 2020.
Nice coin.
Thank you. Is that upside down?
It is.
Okay, hold on then. I turned it around.
There she be. Yeah, it's a good looking coin.
Nice coins there, those Libertas.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the Libertad. Bueno, mucho bueno.
No show my face today. I have 1907 Indian head.
Oh, cool.
It's an excellent shape.
That's actually really good shape for its age.
Oh, coloring's nice on that one.
Yes. It's very shiny. This is not doing it justice.
Yeah,
And
when you
it-
put them in the flips, it never does.
I mean, I could take it out of the flip.
No, I don't. Looks
I
nice
put-
like that.
I put
I
it
got
in
a
the
big
flip.
screen right now. Looks really, really good.
And I've got gloves. I put it in the flip. So, and it does look like a proof to me, but for 1907, it looks like a proof. It,
Yeah.
I'm not used to this camera like
Is
this.
that a Philadelphia, that one there?
Um,
I think they're all Philadelphia's, aren't they?
I do not see a mint mark, so I am assuming yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me take it out real quick. I'll put on
Phil
my gloves.
Guy. Hey, Silverlight Kyle.
Hello.
Always nice to have Kyle in the house.
Well, thank you. Always nice to be.
Absolutely.
I just did a 90-minute live talking comic books and cancer, so on my own channel.
That's quite an interesting combination.
Yeah, just telling life stories and silly stuff. I was kind of floored by that silver coin she just showed. That
The Libertad. Yeah, that was really nice. Or was it the penny that, or the 1 cent that got you?
oh no, it was that thing about the metaphysics or whatever, the society. That was rather interesting.
Oh, she took it out.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Okay, how old is that?
1907.
How is that pristine?
A
Well,
collection.
I mean, even uncirculated, you don't usually see them that nice. They just
I
get
know,
snapped
right?
things. That thing's a beauty.
When I come across coins like that, I instantly think, regardless of the value, I would probably get that slabbed. But that's me.
Yeah. That's what I would.
Yeah,
It
when
definitely gets
when
graded.
it's so good.
No, that's upside down, isn't it? I gotta get used to this.
That's
Yeah.
no coins that old, that pristine anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to it. I'm sorry, guys.
It's,
That's okay.
where in the world did you find that?
It was in a collection from a family member.
Wow.
So basically, it's had two owners its entire life, I'm guessing.
Yeah, me and my grandfather.
Yeah.
Let me flip this the right way. I think I'm flipping it the right way.
To think how far that went back in 1907. Like a penny could actually buy you stuff in 1907.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Well, when you think back in the 1907, I'm sure the guys are working for $1 a day.
Yeah.
$1 a day. That's to us
You
doesn't
could
sound
probably
like
bought a full ram with that.
the buying power like.
Yeah, I don't even know what this would be worth, to be honest.
You can get a converter.
Okay. Where's my red book? That's a 1907?
Yes, sir.
Bear with me. This is just out of the book, so it's in my book. My book's a little older. Where is that thing? Where did I put you?
I'd imagine a numismatic grade, that numismatic grade that thing would get would be ridiculously high.
Well, it's definitely mint state.
Yes.
Well, it's just about under 1,500 proof 1907s.
Mhm. I have a 1956 in the same condition.
I've got quite a lot of those.
And take it out of the card. Like I said, I carded it. My grandfather had them wrapped in cotton.
Which would explain why they're in such amazing shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping I could pass on such beauties when I get on in a few more years and have my grandkids go, hey, my grandpa gave me that. Be able to show them off with this kind of awe, because it's just like, holy crap. That thing's older than me and doesn't look like it ever seen somebody's hands. And then the one's double my age. Looks about brand spanking new.
And upside down again.
I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I can't find my red book. I feel lost now. Okay, the U.S. goes to an MS-70.
Wow.
Yeah. If you had a now, I always, when I look at something, I go, ooh, that looks like it's an MS-70, but I always bet, because I'm not a professional grader, I always back it off one, just so I don't over assess them. So
Right.
even if that's like an MS-67, you could look it up in the red book and it'll give you or even better, the gray sheets. If you can get a hold of a gray sheet, it'll give you an idea how much they're worth.
Yeah.
Anna,
Yes.
or Anne, sorry, go back to the 1907 coin again,
Okay.
please.
That's really these gloves, I promise you.
I know they're a bit bouncy, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
Nick. No, I wonder if Nick has a red book on him.
Can you turn it on to the reverse side, please?
Yes, of course.
That's the oh, that's it. Okay, can you get it closer to the camera? There is a reason why. I want to see the shield at the top. I want to see because there should be obviously lines going to make it perfect. I'm looking at the
The shield's, it's got the lines.
the cross lines.
Oh, the
It's
cross line.
Yeah, that's the part where you get used more.
So you're looking for the wear.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's checking the high point.
Yeah, so that'll probably be about an MS-68, that one. With that, obviously, it is used. You can tell the lines there because you'll have the differential in the lines. So it's obviously not used a lot.
I'm trying to get a better picture for you.
Yeah, you're down to the corner at the moment. And it's obviously a bit dark. So either way, for the age, it's a shame it's not a 1909. Oh, you're looking at a few grand coin then.
Right.
Yeah,
I
what
can
you're
turn on
looking
the light for you. Hold on.
Okay, that'll probably be better actually.
So what made 1909 so special with them?
The VBD at the front, Victor David Brenner initials.
Oh, okay.
And a guy had one in condition like that and grinded it completely off. Didn't realise it was probably around about £4,000 or £5,000, even not, if not more.
No.
It was on TikTok, and he grinded it to make some ring.
He's insane.
And they said, how much you sell your ring for? And he goes, I'm selling it for around about $25, $30.
Oh,
I can see the horizontal at the top of the shield now.
Okay, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines
All right,
horizontal.
let me get my
According to this anyway, it's not a. 1, 2, 3.
get my little light here. I found that my blue light helps me better.
mhm.
Yeah, the UV light's better.
I can see 1, 2. Now these are a little blurry, but I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, here we go. Gotta move this. Yeah, I believe 6.
Here you go. If I show you my picture on here, and then you'll see what I'm getting at.
It's very hard to tell them though, but let me see if I can angle this a little bit better.
Yeah, I think it's down to the angle.
Mhm.
StreamYard's camera is not very great anyway. I mean, with YouTube cameras, you can zoom right in, but on StreamYard, you can't.
How's that?
No, it's still blurry. To me anyway. I'm going to get me a magnifying glass.
Great luster on that. My goodness.
And yeah, you can see where they are.
Yeah. Try to get just trying to get my hand straight and up there.
Lovely looking point. I like IHPs.
That
Yeah, you
doesn't
can
help.
see them.
I'll get my microscope for Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna set that back on the other glove. I don't know what a Merc Dime 26 is good or not.
I don't know, but I'm reading the name down here. It's Ann's Arts and Crafts.
Yep, because I do arts and crafts and other crap.
And beautiful. I like that.
Yeah,
It's
I got a
little,
19. I got a I think it's 1917.
yeah, I found a 1919 penny. Is that good?
They're all good. All coins have a story.
Yeah.
19. Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I hate this camera. 1919. Let me train just a little bit because that is just having to go too daggum close. Here you go. 1919 penny.
Yeah, this is a 19. This is, I think it's the same year. Let's just check, make sure. Yeah, 1907. This one here is Nemes 65, and it has
So do you think that 1956 in that shape is good too?
I didn't see that one, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Russell Shell. Yeah, 1956 is a really nice shape. Well, I got quite a few of those.
But to me, the rim is like, let me try to get that straight. Hold on. The rim looks fatter at the bottom.
Yeah, that's just the way it's made.
Okay.
They're all, most of them are like that. It's when they
Okay.
actually go into the, say, like the God We Trust, or
Yeah.
it's where they get put, because they're a production coin. It's where they get put onto the die, and
Okay.
that's the Philadelphia mint one. So that's going to be whacked out. It's probably going to be billions of those.
Right.
Wheat ear penny. They are nice though. I do like them. You got to love the wheat cents regardless. Anyway,
Right.
it's law apparently. Neil.
There was one more, but I'm looking for it. Sorry. That might be it. I'm trying to make money, but okay. I think that's it, guys. You can take me off big screen, please.
I'm guessing you can make some money off that 1907, but I'm also guessing you'd never soon want
Yeah,
to
you can
sell that one.
if you get upgraded,
Oh, wait.
and you're probably looking at around about a $400 coin, probably.
I do have something else. I apologize. I'm
You
looking.
get that's what I was looking at, 1907.
I'm robbing stuff, guys.
$400 for a penny. How beautiful is that?
That's what I was looking at.
Now, these are in a set, but I have found out if you sell them separately, you get more money.
I would never break a set open for love or money.
$5.
I did once with a 1976 gift coin set, and I've been kicking myself ever since.
$5.99 is the max you can sell this for. I've got the certificate of authenticity, everything.
What are they? Nickels.
They're $1 quarters.
Oh, they're Sacagaweas and stuff like that, like the 50 state. Yeah, okay. Not the 50 state, the presidential dollars.
Presidential dollars. And they're either gold or gold plated. On here, nowhere does it say gold plated. Let me try.
They would be gold. They'd be, I mean, gold for
It's
that.
gotta be gold plated, I know.
A few $1,000s if that was gold.
Exactly. But gold plated, you'd figure would be worth more. But no, $5.99 is what they're going for on eBay.
Yeah, I don't really do eBay prices. I just go around all the online shops, reputable coin stores, and then make your own mind up from an average. So if you go to 10 stores and they're selling it and they're pricing around about, because you can go to a coin store and you can sort of buy so much and get so much on credit or whatever deals you do. And if you was to call them and say, can I buy $50 worth of stuff? If I buy $50 worth of stuff, could I get an extra $10? Something, like I do here. They normally do that. What's that one? Is that a steel penny?
Yep,
why is your camera gone?
Because I moved it. I unfocused it.
Kyle's wandering around showing the Christmas tree.
1943 steel penny.
Yeah, I got a whole tube of those.
Oh. These gloves, I swear. Well,
They're okay for silver, but when it comes to little stuff, forget it. Yeah, I like collecting those 1943 steel pennies, especially the S-Mart ones.
Fudge nuts. I thought it was real interesting. This was also in the group.
Hang on, I'll be back in a second. One sec.
Yeah, this is the last one I got, Ann.
Ooh, make yourself big. I want to see.
Big. Make big. Make big.
Make big now.
Make big.
You're Santa. Make you big.
Why isn't that being made big? Why aren't you making big? There it is. Because I can't read my finger through the gloves.
We'll take off your glove.
I have. Okay, this is the last one that I picked up.
Ooh, that's pretty. Those are poppies, right?
Those are poppies. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'll be getting the Christmas ones here shortly.
Yeah.
This is a 2022 $20 silver.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and
I'll take that to the clamshell as soon as I can pick up some more of the acrylic stands,
yeah.
and that will go into my display.
Anna has some bills. That's what I emailed you about. And we can't identify nor know what they would be worth. They're old.
Yeah, I do have a book that shows world currencies, but there's again just like metallic currency, coins and whatnot. It's based on the mintage and the condition as to how much they're worth. So I could tell, if I remember correctly, you had a lot of Spanish ones there.
Yeah. They're
And,
Anna, I'm crazy. Those are hers.
yeah.
So I don't know if they'd be worth anything. Like I said, everything has a price. You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's worth something to a collector that wants them. And of course they'll still look at the condition and the mint, how many were produced. So
yeah, we couldn't find them online anywhere to be able to put them up. That's the thing. We were trying to identify. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Very
there's
nice.
a book. I just spotted one of my books I was looking for.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's the wrong one. But the ones out there.
Told you, I'm a hot mess.
There's a whole row of 1944 S's there.
Let me move this.
San Francisco. I'm just putting everything over and I forgot. And there's a whole row there of steel cents 1943 as well. And they're S-mint mark. We've got a lot more Indian head pennies here. I don't know if we've got a 1907 that can go into the collection, actually.
I have a 1907 and a 1909 and a 1910 V nickels.
Have a look.
What year?
1909, if you got a VBD at the front of it, it's 1903.
Let me locate.
That Spanish bill that I was looking at, what was that, 41?
Anna, was that a 41?
That's an 1864 Indian head penny.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh, that reminds me.
1902, it goes behind there.
I have an 1897 Indian head
Ooh.
and a 1906. They're in a collector's, but yeah.
What the heck has done to it? It's like someone's taking a shot at this poor Indian guy on.
Wrong
I'll
one.
take a picture of it. It's like someone's. It's like someone's using this Indian head penny as a target. It's like owls have been using it as a target. This is an 1882. What's up
Oh
with
my
that?
God. That's a mint error, isn't it? I can't get that close, dude.
That looks like buckshot.
Right? I can't get that close until I get that microscope. Trying to talk my daughter
Well,
into giving
Well,
it to me
that's the
early.
coin. If that was buckshot, I would have dented it big time.
Yeah.
No, from a distance, not up close, from a distance.
Yeah.
There's an 1859 Indian head.
Ooh.
See which part's going to focus here.
I got more somewhere. I don't know two again.
Then I actually thought this was in my other thing, but
Oh, there we go.
Okay, this is the book I'm using, Anne,
Okay.
to look up those bills, but I don't have access to the pictures right now.
Okay. Pardon me.
And
Well, this is my 1907 Indian Ed penny.
Let's see.
I'll just show you the reverse.
Nice.
I didn't know I had one, to be honest. I thought if I didn't have one, then I shall take this blurry. I'll do another one.
I'd show you my 1909 SVDB one set that Jason sent me, but I still don't believe it is one because it's so worn you can't tell.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is.
how about a 1769 Hibernia?
Nice.
Ooh.
Hey, Skipper, show Kyle the Santa, the
You sure?
King Henry III coin I sent you.
You're making me go into the vault.
Oh yeah, it's in the vault. No, don't go then. Yeah, that's the lines I was trying to. This is on my 1907.
I see. Yeah. I can see those.
It wears on the left-hand side because it's opposite. So
right.
That's that one.
I can see all those with my little glass here. So the microscope would really bring that out, yes? Because I can see those, but I have to use this. Can't see them with the naked eye.
Kyle.
This one's not in great shape. This 1907 because I'll show you the difference. This is the one I just shown you. This is one next to it. I'll try and take a dual picture, and these are two 1907s.
Nice.
They're both 1907. So where these wear a lot than these ones. So the reverse. Let's turn these over. That's the trouble when you play with American and world coins and British coins. You get them upside down, round the wrong way. That one's upside down. That one's upside down. Okay.
Where did I put it?
Right. So that's what I just showed you there. It's a bit blurry. They're taken a bit further apart. And they wear at the top of the lines.
Right. No, I see the lines on mine. Yeah. It didn't want to come out on the camera here though. For some stupid reason.
Yeah, see that one's okay. It's just on the left hand side. It doesn't show you very well, but there you go, zoomed in so you can see it a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm cleaning up. And I'm crazy and I had an auction last night. Well, we tried to. Then I got an email today on my personal, not my Yahoo.
Right.
It was an ugly email basically saying, you have junk. It's not worth it.
Oh, I hate people like that. Just don't take any notice.
I didn't. I wanted to say F you. But I behaved.
Worn down buffalo head nickel.
Yeah, they lose the dates, don't they?
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of those. I still like them though. I reckon they're still a pretty neat coin.
Yeah, I sold 6 of mine for like $10.
Why my 1769 coin is sitting in one of these and not in my book, I have no idea.
And I don't even know if she still wants it. So
You know, when people criticize, now I do actually, and Santa knows this, I do like coins with history and with stories and circulated coins, because you never know which pockets and what people's pockets they've been into. And especially when they're over 100 odd years old. And when someone says, "Oh, that coin is worn," it's okay. I got a proof coin here, but it's fantastic to have this as the start of a collection with King Charles III. But give that 50 years from now, there'll be a different work, and then you have one that's got a story to it. Yes, it's nice to have these, but I still prefer the worn ones, because especially when they're low mintage type, these are great for displays,
exactly.
and you can't hold them, you can't play with them, you can't touch them. But with the used coins, you can get them out, you can show them, you can handle them. It doesn't matter. And that's what I like. You can feel them. It's like Roman coins. You can get them out, feel them, touch them. I mean, they're some of them over to make any difference.
Oh, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
I got something to show you real quick, just to see if you've ever seen one.
Speaking of 2,000-year-old Roman coins.
Oh, let's take a look at that one. There
You
we
guys gotta teach me about.
Oh,
weird
nice.
things. Jeez, okay.
That's actually quite good.
Like 420, 422, pre-422.
Wow.
Augustus Flavius.
And that's a chunky.
That's a big old chunky bronze.
Donkey.
And then I got them over here. I'll show these again. My widow's mite, my Jerusalem penny. There's a 2,000-year-old penny.
Wow.
Oh,
And
you guys gotta teach me about ancient coins. I just do not collect them at all.
I love collecting them. We get them. We can just walk around the fields and still pick them up.
something
hell
or
yeah.
other Sumerian here.
I mean, the thing is with Roman coins or Celtic coins or anything that is Sanskrit or anything like that, they can be very easily put down to category as Roman, when they could be old Egyptian.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Turkish. Because obviously the Roman, even though it was a Roman Empire, there was still different colonizers or colonies in the area.
I tapped a coin.
That's why people get mixed up between Celtic coins and Roman coins. So yeah, this is what I like collecting as well.
Like one is entirely different from like Roman controlled Egypt.
Yeah, that looks like a token to me there, Anna.
It is, but guess what? They're actually worth a bit of money. Not a lot.
Yeah, what telephone? Is it like a telephone?
Yes.
Like, what's the purpose of the token?
I remember those.
Yes. And it's 7808. And some of the ones that are higher go for a little bit of money. I haven't found a 7808 yet.
Is that a serial number though? Is that it's not
it's a serial number.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what's the purpose of those? Like, I just would like to know like the history behind it.
Put it in their telephone, like.
Yeah, they would be classed as East German, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Station there.
Yeah, when there was quadrants for East Germany and West Germany, I think that looked like a East German token. So anything that predates 1989.
My husband was on the wall when it went down between East and West Germany.
Okay.
Literally on there.
That's crazy.
So he sang to David Hasselhoff then at the time.
No.
Is that true? Is that really true?
What, that my husband was up there? Yes.
No, what it's saying about elves.
Oh, what? I missed.
It's on the ticker.
What? Elves stand on their heads to make their hats pointy. Yes, that's true.
I would
Yeah,
have thought.
I think the working conditions is terrible.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta go cook dinner.
Oh, actually, hang on a minute. 1708. I did what was the general description? Get a phone telephone.
Thanks for joining us.
So,
I guess.
That's interesting. It's actually Italian.
It's an Italian coin you have?
The little token, the little telephone token.
Oh, it seems like it. That does not look German to me.
I thought when there's German, I thought it might have been, but
nah.
They're actually really interesting.
I
got some tokens somewhere, like you gave me.
That's. I mean, I have bus tokens, but I don't. I'm not big into that.
Santa's twin is the bus token person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The old skipper did a lot of stuff. He even drove
Santa.
He was a trolley driver. He was the big 60-foot articulated buses, and actually one of his buses that he drove was an elf. A Glabelle. The big what else did he have? Oh, the
push parts of your feet.
The GMC buses. Those were good buses.
Oh yeah, I can agree. Like those 70s GMC buses.
Yeah,
yeah,
were really good.
The
compartments for the drivers weren't very good, but the seating was good
for the seating. Yeah, I can agree.
It just wasn't set up for anyone with disabilities. That's the only bad part.
Right.
They're worth some money as well, depending on which ones you get.
Yeah. Actually, if I were to get a bus for a novelty, I'd probably want a Brill. Go back a little further.
Yeah, John Jacobs. I have some Italian liras as well from like that era as well. They're the most common ones.
Yeah, I got some silver Italian lira
from post-war or like pre-war.
Post-war.
Or post-war? Yeah, they did made some silver. I wish I had one of them though.
I think they're only 8% silver though, or 6% silver. I can't
remember. I think it's like I like we're under like 50%.
I can check. I can't check. Yes, I can.
Okay. Like at least I know they made like at least in the 50s.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end up, with the exception of my Shadow comics, I think I'm going to donate all my comics to my grandson.
Oh,
Oh, you
I thought
collect
you were going to
comics
say to
too?
me. But yes, Grant's good. Good.
Yeah,
That's good.
but the shadow ones I'm holding on to.
All right.
I've
Oh,
got
if
a
they-
1950s
Oh,
Porky
that-
Pig.
Why didn't you just try and open one of them up?
No. I would love to read them, but I can't.
Why is that?
Oh, what do you think?
Why? Yeah, why not?
What?
You
I
want
mean,
me
I
to
got
tell you
some
some
newspapers from,
1940s
like-
and 50s Porky Pig?
Oh, I haven't opened that one. That one's not open yet.
Yeah, I got newspapers from like the 20s and 30s, and they did, you know,
Cool.
yeah, and they're all the way back to like the 1890s, and they're like very fragile.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna make you crazy with this one. Then I'm gonna show you something that'll just make you cringe when I handle it.
I do collect, as you know, I do collect books.
Yep.
Yeah, I like old books as well. I don't have most of my magazines with me because majority of them are like in storage, but it's mostly like old National Geographics I've collected like when I was a kid.
I collect. Oh well. I want to collect more stuff, but we're very limited in space, and you know, I don't want to be classed as like making a mess as much as I need to.
Oh, Cornwall Duque. I got
Wrong one.
so like the 500 lira is like it's 83% silver.
Oh, yeah.
You from like 58, yeah.
Euro coin hunt. How's it going?
Oh,
Here's
what
one.
is that? What you got
Here's-
there,
This,
Skipper?
this one here is different. This one here is the general sketch of the European War.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
this is the second phase.
Well, isn't it about World War One?
War One,
Okay.
published in 1916.
Yeah, I think I've seen a book similar to like that actually.
And I mean, it's got sketches, it's got all the battle plans and stuff from
That was
1960.
printed like during the war too, so that's interesting.
Yeah, so this was actually made during the war, the early phase, and you look at what went on until the Americans joined it. They were in trouble, and it's interesting that they actually came out with something like that. For me, it's just to show the failure of the European wars to make any headway. And this is my my gem. This one here.
Oh, I wasn't that the guy that founded. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, like the British version of the Boy Scouts.
Well, yeah, of course. The Boy Scouts came from Great Britain.
Yeah.
1907.
Hmm.
It was brought over the United States, I believe, in 1910.
Right.
But this is the story of Baden-Powell when he was in South Africa.
Ah, I see.
And this is where he learned a lot of the skills that he brought back. And the king said, hey, you've got some great stuff, because Baden-Powell wrote a book on scouting for the military.
Right.
And so the king went, hey, I want you to do a test program to see if we can get the gangs to stop being formed on the streets and get these kids into something organized and become contributing members of society. So in 1907, he went to Brownsea Island with a group of boys, and they had their scout camp. So that this book actually predates scouting, which is kind of cool.
My friend, honestly, my friend would like that since he's in the Boy Scouts too.
Yeah,
he would definitely love that. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, this book's dated 1900.
Oh wow! So like before when he.
Yeah, 7 years before scouting even got taken off. So that's one of my gems that I really am happy to have.
That's awesome. It looked very Victorian too.
Yeah, that was the second ball.
Was in South Africa. He was the hero of Mafeking in South Africa. He actually had held back a boer force of 10,000 boers while he held on to that town.
That's
And
interesting.
it was one of the few good things that come out of it, because he actually entertained the Boers so well that they didn't want to attack the town. He
Right.
used to put on skits. So yeah, very interesting stuff. This.
That is very interesting stuff. I have the only things I have paper that's with me. I have a newspaper from 1897, and I have a newspaper I have another one from 1928 and 1947 with me. But like rest of the books and newspapers, they're all in storage.
I'll tell you what I did have, but it was more of it wasn't anything collectible, but it was literally interesting. And it was every front newspaper of the news of the world from World War One and World War Two.
That's interesting. I have something similar to that. I have a New York Times version of that.
Yeah. John Jacobs just made my heart do a flip. He has a signed copy of The Call of the Wild. That's Jack London. Would I ever love something like that? That is a real gem to have.
Very much. All right.
I don't know. The reason why I didn't respond to that, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I know I sound dumb by saying this, but
Yeah. It's impressive. That's what it is.
I mean, okay. I'll take your
It's
word.
a
I'll take your word
classic
for it, even though I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a classic book from the turn of the century. It's like a 130-year-old book by now.
Oh wow, okay.
You
Like
want
I've
to
heard of
see?
it, but it's like I never really know really what's it about.
Yeah, it's a classic in American literature. All right,
Mhm.
you want me to show off some fun stuff? I went ahead and grabbed some fun
Oh,
stuff.
heck yeah.
Yeah, sure. What you
we're
got?
all about.
All right. Here's one of my Danny Kaye autographs.
Oh, Danny Kaye, one of my favorites.
And there's a swatch of his clothing that he wore in one of the movies.
No way.
No fucking way. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but dude.
That's one of my Danny Kaye autographs. We're talking old newspapers. I just went in and grabbed this one out. Here's an incomplete Sunday section from 1917.
Okay.
Nipper Pop.
Nippy's Pop. Now let's see. Let's just keep going back in time. We'll bounce back and forth. Here's an entire wartime run of Chum's magazine from 1914 and 1915.
Okay.
British magazine there.
That's neat.
A whole row of those. This was actually the house file copy from the British Museum in London.
Oh wow.
It was supposed to end up being a bound volume, and here's the interiors, but they never let
Looks
it
now.
go. But it's 8-page Funny Wonders that had Charlie Chaplin in it. And it was a weekly that came out from 1915 to like 1940. And this is every single issue from 1925. Every single 8-pager.
That's crazy.
All the way through the year.
520.
So
11.
from New Year's to Christmas.
The Christmas. That's interesting.
Nice Charlie Chaplin bound volume there. Oh, let's see. Then we get into old newspapers. Let's see what these are. Here's the 1879 New York Independent.
Oh, that's cool.
And 1887.
27. All right.
1889.
Okay.
1889.
What's it about? Like most of them, Just
They're newspapers. They're literally advertising and stories.
just stories. All right then.
Stories of interest from the day and advertising in an 1892 that actually has somebody's address stamp on it.
Yeah, that's very common.
I love looking
But
at the adverts in those and what they're
Yeah,
charging.
same here. I have a bunch, like literally.
But now, when we talk about old papers, how about this one?
What's that
The
from?
Columbian Sentinel,
From 1795. That's crazy.
1795.
Is that an American paper?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 4-pager.
Yeah, a lot of them are very short.
So
Oh, that's nuts. I always wanted the 18th century one, but I could not find one. Well, I could find one, but I just
How
never
long
bought
they
one.
are.
I just never bought one before.
So foreign intelligence from the Republic of Genoa and things like that. But yep, I had that right behind me. So
Wow.
that's some of my paper product stuff.
That's nice. I love them.
Old Danny K off the wall.
I just love them.
There's some of my stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't say right now I stopped, but I mean I didn't stop completely collecting like old papers, but that's like I've stopped like I never did it in a while.
I've got tubs of this stuff. Tubs and tubs of it.
Yeah.
Taffy, I hope she's not watching this.
Yeah, I was about to say as well.
That's pretty cool, man.
I haven't got to worry about that with Zoe.
I'm shocked to see how many of those papers actually made it. I mean, typically, they're used for wrapping fish and all kinds of stuff, and they rarely get through this long.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's like I wonder how like when I like collect like old newspapers, well, back in my heyday, it's like I always wonder. It's like I wonder how like most of these papers survive because most of them they were just used to like throw away or just like other things, Like I always wonder like how do they survive this long?
Libraries and file copies.
Yeah, it has to be.
The libraries usually save 2 to 3 daily or dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Portable libraries doing it, so that's how they did it back then.
Yeah, it had to be from a library. Because I volunteer there and we save a shit ton of papers.
Mayor's videos.
I got a good mind to go visit Morinville.
Where?
Morinville, Alberta.
Where? Oh, okay. I was going to say where's that?
I think Marlon and his brood need a visit from Santa.
I mean, everyone.
Well, of course, everybody, but I'm talking an early visit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I don't think I'll be going out today. It's my sled be bouncing around all over the place trying to get to your place.
We'll be doing circles.
It's very windy and chilly out. Wow, that would be a treasure trove. The reindeer may go off the course. Yeah, of course.
I wish I kept some of the old stuff I had.
Yeah.
The only old stuff I've kept was me.
I felt like that would be me like in 2030. I have like a bunch of like old newspapers and just random shit in the basement, honestly. Sorry if I'm like cursing a lot if it's not allowed on your channel, but it's like I'm just so hyped right now. Yeah.
Speaking of libraries, always love showing this up, especially when it's out.
What is that? Oh, that has to be 18th century. What is that from?
Original in Latin and French from 1860 or from 1769.
That's crazy, man.
And this stamp right here, and what it says right here is this is from the French Royal Library. That's actually, this was the King's copy.
That's awesome.
So that's from the French Royal Library.
I really don't know what to
That's
say
the
about
King's
that. That
crest
is
right
a
there.
good gem right there.
So, and then in non-Roman numerals, get back to the back page.
Let's see.
1769.
1769. That's crazy, man.
So
Sadly, it's all in French.
one side's in French, one side's in Latin, so you could study Virgil in two different languages. And this was from the French Royal Library.
Okay.
And that's why this is still intact.
Yeah, because the library is
Found its way from, and by French Royal Library, I quite literally mean it. The equivalent of that being in England, it would have been in Buckingham Palace in England, or it would have been at the White House in the United States. So
when all those. That's insane. That's crazy.
uh,
You got some good gems, man. That is pretty cool.
piece of history there. So
Very, yeah.
nice stuff. All right, I'm done showing off stuff today. Now I'll just goof around.
Oh, you got it. You got it out of your system, have you?
No, not really. I've only been on YouTube for a couple hours today, but if I get going, you know, I'm gonna just start pulling stuff out left, right, and sideways, and rediscovering new things like an 1769 coin that I didn't even realize wasn't where I thought it was. So, yeah.
Like I said, you guys live in museums.
Yep, that's just my library.
I never thought that was in a museum.
So that's what a lot of people tell me is, you know, it's just like it's Silver Knight Library, but people tell me it's like Silver Knight Library and Museum because give me a topic, I can pull it out. Here's a fun. Yeah. One of my favorite TV shows ever was Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, I like that one.
Favorite movies ever was The World According to Garp. And right there by my Danny Kaye is my John Lithgow autographed headshot. So, Hollywood mixed in with my other goofy stuff. So,
Yeah, you got pretty cool stuff, man.
yeah. I hadn't even gone over my comic books or anything like that, but
I'm always fascinated by the number of collections, the variety that we see on here. It's just mind blowing. I mean, everything from typewriters to, of course, old records, cards, newspapers, pins, coins,
everything, man.
Oh yeah,
everything's collectible. Cars, die casts.
Oh, I know a guy, and honestly, I would like to talk to him. I know a guy that collects a lot of old Mercedes Benzes, and he has like a garage, like a huge garage from like, I think it's like his oldest one is probably from like 1950, and then his newest one is probably one's like from like the 80s, and he has like a huge like lot where he like puts like all of his Mercedes Benzes in there.
First name isn't Jay, is it?
Webben?
His first name isn't Jay, is it?
No.
You know, Jay Leno?
No. He's not Jay Leno. He's not Jay Leno.
Yeah, another one that's a big card collector is the puppet guy.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. Yeah, he has collecting cars too.
How you getting on? All right.
I do call him that, but because of all the Mercedes Benzes that he has, but yeah, he's a big Benz fan. So
he turns the corner, he goes around the bends.
Yeah. Yeah, he mostly drives, or at least what I saw him the other day. He was driving I think he was driving a 1974 Mercedes Benz. So sure.
Right. Hang on a second, just to get this right.
Hey, wait a minute. We got the pay it forward wheel, don't we, today?
That's exactly what I was going to say. And Taffy Coins was last month's winner. So it's week 1.
Yeah, I heard about that, John. It's really bad.
So who is going to go on to?
Well, we got
the same again in?
Taffy Coins has already got a hand up.
What's he? Hang on, just trying to think what he put in. Oh, his whole entire collection. Okay. Now, if you have donated throughout the month, Taffy Coins is the person to get hold of, and
Yeah, he won the last one. That was really good. Marlon, you can put up anything you want, any coin or
is that 3 pence Taffy Coins? Whoopsie.
I'm getting a bunch of slides soon, so but a lot of picture slides from like the 50s all the way to like the 70s. So,
right.
and they're all like random. I don't know what to expect, so probably make a video on them. Because I like to collect photography too. I want to get into film. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I would like to get out to the antique stores and go and get some old photography.
Yeah.
I've got some Boer War photography.
A what?
Boer War. Which is going to
Boer War? Oh,
Boer
okay.
War.
From the Boer War. That's nice. Isn't it like a what's it called? Those things. It was like a 19th century, early 20th century version of like a VR. I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
you put, like,
I know what you're talking about. The is it the Cinescope?
Yeah, the Cinescope. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
ours. Those for those.
8mm Cinescope thing.
It's yeah, where you hold it up and it's got the plate in the front.
Yeah, and you can like look like all the detail that's like on the photo. Is it like one of those Coin World or?
No, Boer War is.
I know.
Marlon,
I know what it is.
If you want to get on, sorry guys, if you want to get on the game, pick something you want to donate towards getting on the wheel. There's the wheels run twice a week, and there's 2 winners on each wheel, and and their names get put onto the end month wheel, and that's where you win everything that everybody's set aside. So it's pretty simple. If you want to put, it could be anything. Could be a Canadian 1 cent coin that you found, or something unique, whatever, some keys or not. I don't think they'll go for pop tabs, but you'll never know. You can actually donate just about anything on this thing, and that's your entry to go on the wheel.
So yeah, we do any people that donate more than more than 3 people will do a weekly winner, and the first 2 after 3 people's donated will go on to the end month wheel, and then whoever is donated throughout the month will pay the winner on the last player standing at the end of the month. So it's kind of like a reverse. But if I only get like 1 person, they go on to the end month wheel automatically, like Taffy Coins is at the moment. you keep the item until there's a winner, then you send it directly to the winner at the end of the month. Like Tappy Coins won it, so everybody who's donated last month will go head to head with each other. So you get like a collective of people, and we have maximum 10 donations per week per live stream twice a week. So it's 20 donations, and try and keep it something small like a card, a stamp, a coin, something that is collectible. Like you may have found something that when you was out metal detecting, something that's easy to send across the world. Yeah. Okay, we all send it to that one person, yeah. And then they sift through it, and then they can reuse it and redonate, and or you can find stuff what you want. The end of the month was last week. Taffy Coins won it silver tea.
You want to see a batch of World War I randomness?
Yeah, go for it.
Here's let me get all this stuff out of here. So I got it all sealed up together. Get these other parts out here. All right, everything's out. Here. Five-ton artillery cart.
It is like a U.S. photo. The U.S. Army.
An official 1918 Department of Defense photo.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Can't believe you got that.
Substitutions for 10 cans from the Department of Commerce from 1917. Let's see. A war bond drawing from 1917.
Okay.
A stamp that came off of one of them. It's kind of split. But the coolest thing here, here's I was an old Marine. Here's doughboys at the Champs-Élysées when they liberated France in 1918. There's the U.S. Marines liberating France, and that's an original photograph.
Yeah.
And if the original photograph isn't cool enough, I've actually got the negative.
This guy is so cool, man. That's awesome.
So that's just some of my. Yet again, it was sitting right up top there. So I thought, well,
I know he's got baby polar bear.
this.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
It's cute, isn't it?
Yeah, I probably would order them. The slides probably some other time. That's cute.
Oh,
They're like the teddy bears. That is
Christmas
cute.
theme.
Very.
It is cute.
yeah.
Oh, just one quick thing. I'm pretty sure England's playing late tomorrow.
Dale, did I see
Guys,
that?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Dale, did I see it right that the U.S. drew with England?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really
don't talk about it. It just triggers him.
No, it's fine.
I mean, they're good. England's going to go on. That's not a problem. I just couldn't believe they even drew with them.
Well, put it this way, USA done really well. They're a really good side anyway. You got to understand these players play in England, they play in Italy, Germany, so they don't really replay in their respective countries anymore. The same with a lot of these countries. So it's not like it was like 20, 30 years ago, you know. So everybody's got a chance, you know. Like yesterday, Ghana was he beat Belgium.
Somebody beat Belgium. Wow.
Yeah, but Belgium's the second best team in the world, and they got beat 2-0.
Ghana.
Korea.
That's Ghana.
So you know, everybody have this stigma that, you know, a lot of people have this stigma that they all play in their own countries, but they don't. Like Senegal, they beat France, but Senegal, a lot of those players play in France, and like Marcel Lille, PSG, all the top-rated players play there. So you can't really predict who is and who isn't going to win anymore. And like Canada played the other day on their first game, even though they lost, but the game doesn't reflect the result. They played really well. They had 22 shots on goal. You know, it's just their finishing, you know. So they was all over Belgium, and they lost. They're at the World Cup now. They got one game left, but they're, you know, on points they lost. But it doesn't reflect how well they played, if that makes sense. For a country that is new to football, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the results go, it's an upset. It's not an upset. Why can't you people put it down to an achievement? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like England playing American football. If it was a World Cup in American football, so to speak, I don't know whether England has an NFL or a national American type football team, and we beat the United States at their own respective sport. But do our players play in England? Probably not. They all play in the United States. A lot of rugby players go over to America and play NFL. I think there's like 6 at the moment from rugby gone over to the NFL. I think there's one playing for the Bucks, one playing for is it the Raiders? I think there's a couple playing for New England Patriots. I'm not sure of the draft, but I think fair play to people, you know what I mean? But America put up a bit of a show, but England didn't do anything. I don't even think they had a shot. But a lot of people saying that it was fixed to get the teams through. But it depends how Iran play on against US tomorrow.
Well, the winner of that goes on, and the loser goes home.
Yeah.
And a draw means Iran goes on.
Yeah. But if Wales beats us 4-0 and America or Iran win, America, Iran, and Wales go through.
That's just ridiculous.
But Iran gave it to us. You know, they beat Wales, and it was ours to win. We ought to do is, you know, play like we've always played. I don't like it when they play goalie, defense, goalie, defense, goalie. I hate that. That is not football. That is just parking the bus. And
Yeah.
people paid a lot of money to travel away to Qatar to sit in a hot stadium and watch that crap. And you know, me and my friends are saying anything that starts off with 0-0.
So why would they go all that distance just to sit on a fence and play guitar?
England's always like it. They are so. We probably had the best attacking team in the world right now. It's ours to lose, and when we play football like that, we don't have the players that hold the ball very well. For some reason, we have this mindset that we play like Brazil, but we don't. You know.
You play like Brazil.
Yeah,
I really pulled his string, didn't I? Is this Maradona hand of God here going on?
Yeah, Maradona. I mean, he was a cloud. I mean, he was a cut above the rest. He was born in the wrong era. Like George Best, Gordon Banks, Maradona, Pelé. You can tell they were all different world. Socrates, they're all different world class teams.
Haley, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
It's actually quite funny because Socrates, when he was, I think he was 47, he was signed to Borough Rangers for one game. He was freezing cold.
Socrates was alive?
Yeah.
Now, you're sure this isn't a Monty Python skit?
No, it's definitely Socrates. Go and check it out.
Eureka! That is a good Monty Python skit. One of my favorite parts they put in live at the Hollywood Bowl. The German philosophers against the Greek philosophers. So are we doing a spin? Are we doing some trivia? Are we just wrapping up just in the middle of the night?
Huh? I'll see if anybody else. Yeah, England are really temperamental. Don't let them decide a match with penalties. No, we don't have a very good record with penalties. But I believe when it's games like that who don't play properly, should go to penalties so you have a winner and a loser. Simple as that. That'll stop people and players and teams trying to go through with against a team that is easy to play against. You know, then you get your 3 points or no points. It's as simple as that. Babe, let's cut him through onto there a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So I can pop up on chat. I've got to go in a minute anyway because I've got to be up early in the morning because I do have an appointment. So
how many do we have for the wheel then?
Just happy coins so far. Remember, write this down, guys, so you know who and whatever people has put on the board, so you can keep a record for yourself.
Yeah, okay, Taffy, if you want to come up here, my good friend is going to run off.
Polar Bear says hockey card. I had a scan yesterday.
Good news.
Don't know yet until 10 days. I was pumped with all that blinking crap. I didn't know they was going to do that.
Scan for what?
I got something wrong with my right side, and it's been hurting ever since for about 5 months now. And I don't know what's wrong. I can barely walk.
So hopefully, looking at bone damage or something like that, you're not going through a cancer scare now, are you, buddy?
Gee, I
No.
hope not for his sake.
Yeah, I hope not. Those are no fun.
Mm-mm.
They need to hurry back up with them results and just say, okay, well, you strained some ribs or something.
Well, I've been for a kidney transplant.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And when I woke up, how long have I had it now? 10 years. So 10 years, I woke up in pain. And all I had was, oh, it's just recovery pain. I goes, no, this is different. You know, this is worse than recovery pain. And I've had it ever since. And they've done an ultrasound and they said, oh, it's in too tight. It's really packed in. So you got no movement. So every time I walk, it feels like I'm being punched. And they said, you shouldn't feel anything because there's no nerves. I said, I know that. But the fact is, it's what's around it is causing the problem, not what it is. And I didn't know this until I met Zoe, that I was having epileptic fits through trauma. I did a scan and I suffer on my left hemisphere with speech, reading, thinking. Like I didn't know this before, but when my job was, I read engineering drawings, master welder, read anything, spell anything. It's difficult. It's difficult to get the words out I need to say. Even though it's like a constant battle, fighting my brain when I can see Santa and I still call him something else. But I know I'm doing it and I try and stop myself. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
That's why I made a sticker for him, just for him.
Yeah, I made a sticker for me. That doesn't help either. It took me, I was doing a video one day and it took me over an hour to say the word Queen Elizabeth II. And I couldn't think the word Queen. And I said, that's it, I'm not doing videos anymore. This is too frustrating. Hence why I don't do voiceover on my videos, because it takes me an hour to just do a minute, because I'll be reading sentences and I'll forget even though the word's there, I can't read that word. It's really frustrating.
Well, you carry yourself exceptionally well, and
he does,
wish
doesn't he?
you better. I want to send. Now, let me make sure I'm pointing the right way here. Now I'm pointing at you, right? Even though on my screen I'm not. I'm sending you every iota of positive vibes and healing power and anything I have.
I appreciate that. I really do. As I said, when I used to do the history with coins, and Santa used to make me read out all the stuff, or we used to take it in turns. Mm-hmm. It was good. It's like therapy for me, because if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And I'll take a walk down to the store. I'll try and walk as far as I possibly can. Because I don't want to sit and seize up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just got to laugh about it, because at the end of the day, if you worry about it, and you just put yourself into a worse position.
Now that's one that really hit me rough in my 50s. If you don't use it, you lose it. Well, with prostate cancer, ta-da, you lose it. You don't even get to use it. You just lose it. I just lost my swagger. I'm trying to get it back, but this is as much
you lose. But this new pain I'm having, I don't know where it's come from, what's happened, and I was up at the hospital, and obviously I've been sat through 2 years worth of and a bit of lockdown, and it's when I went back to the hospital, it's like the care is gone. The care is just disappeared. And I was sat there for the first appointment a few months ago, and my Dr. Harding was my doctor, and he was laughing and joking. Well, there was people sat in the waiting room for well over an hour, even though my appointment was put forward.
Yeah.
And Zoe just got a new job, so she had to be at work. She dropped me off at the hospital. And I said I shouldn't be in there long because it normally throws me in there for a minute and throws me back out again. And I just got to go and claim more medication. Well, he had us in the waiting room, and it was people there. It was full up with people, and the pharmacist took another doctor in the room. You can hear him laughing and joking. And I said, "Look, I've got to go because my partner's going to start a new job in 5 minutes, and we ain't got time to wait around." Now I was on my own in the waiting room. And then it was one person, then it was two person, it went up to about 30 people in this very small waiting room. And there was no care. And if he'd come out and said, "I've got a problem," just get a bit of insight to see what's going on, then I could have said, "Zoe, just go, and I'll just get my own way home," But the hospital we are is 8 miles away, so it's not like a small walk. And I wanted to talk to him about this because they don't do anything at the GP anyway, because obviously I belong to 2 types of hospital. It's kind of complicated. And anyway, I said to him, "Can I speak to another doctor or talk to Dr. Harding on the phone, whatever the case may be? At least I'd be able to talk to him about this new pain." Went to this other lady. I went to therapy, and she said to me, "You won't be able," and she said to me, "Oh, it's all in your head and all this sort of stuff." I goes, "Look, I know between psychological pain and physical pain." And she goes, "Oh, this pain you're having, it shouldn't be there." And I was thinking, man, I've been through this before. I've been to therapy, psychotherapy, you name it, I've seen it. And I said, she goes, "Oh, well, explain psychological therapy to me." I goes, "Okay, then the psychological therapy could be anything from a grief to disappointment, to losing a friend, to losing a loved one, to breaking your leg, and then it's healed, but you still have that psychological feeling it's going to break." I guess it could be anything.
Yeah.
But when you stub your toe, that's not psychological. That's physical.
One good thing about it is if it's gone on for months, it's not septic. At least you're not going through sepsis yet.
Yeah.
But if you're hitting and that pain's not going away, it could potentially cause long-term damage.
Exactly.
So,
and this physiotherapist said, "Oh, we can't give you a scan because there's no point." So I thought, right, okay, I'll ring the emergency services up because I couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything, and I didn't want to disturb Zoe because she works and stuff like that. So I phoned up the emergency services, got an appointment, and they said we're going to put an emergency scan in. Never heard anything. Went to this new doctor at the renal unit and said, "Oh, you bruised your ribs." I said, "Bruise my ribs?" Because they can touch my ribs. And I goes, "That would be up here, not down by my back and my hips." I goes, "Bruised ribs will hurt, but it still wouldn't stop me from walking."
what it sounds like to me, to no end, it sounds like you have stones.
No,
it sounds like you have some kind of stones.
I don't have that. I don't have kidney stones. Is because both my kidneys, the ones that had the disease, are deteriorated.
Yeah, I mean, do you have gallstones or anything like that?
No.
See, that sounds so much like stones. You figured they'd.
No, it's down in my back. It's down in my back and my hip. Is the pain. But this woman, this new doctor, all she spoke about is her and other people. And I said, "Okay, let's get all the patients in here, and we'll talk about them while I'm having my appointment." Because you asked me a question, and I'm asking you back because I'm getting frustrated. I've been ill since I was 9. This is not a new thing. So me having renal issues and stuff like that. Santa knows the story. So I've been in and out of the hospital since I was 9 years old. So they're treating me like I'm fresh to the party.
Have they tested you for sciatic?
No, they haven't done that yet. But it's not sciatica because that affects your hamstrings and stuff and nerves. And that's not, it feels muscular. And when I went to the GP, he goes, you got loads, it sounds like you've got loads of muscles that's torn away. And he goes, where it's coming from is where you've had your, even though it's your transplants at the front, it fit, from what his analysis, he was going, it sounds like it's all coming from the front to the back, hearing. But this renal doctor said it can't be, the GP's wrong, it's got to be bruised ribs. But she's going to put me for a scan anyway. So I went for a CT scan last night. They were going to do an ultrasound, but they scrapped that for the CT.
Did they have you drink the glow-in-the-dark liquid?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, good. That way they'll be able to tell if there's any muscle tears or anything.
Yeah. I've had that. I haven't had that for a long time. But it was like, you have to like, and I don't like getting in the mood with people, but it feels like they're not listening, you know, and they're going, oh, you've had this pain. I goes, no, I've had this. I goes, listen to me. The pain I've always had is from 2012. Okay. The new pain I have is from 5 months ago. But I hate this. I hate it, right, when they say to me, what's your pain out of 1 to 10? And I'll say, well, to me personally, it's about an 8. Yeah. But to somebody else, it'd probably be a 50. Depends on your pain threshold.
Yeah.
And that's very true, isn't it? Especially when
you said, oh, if you've had an 8, you'd be rolling around in pain. I said, well, I said, look, let me, you know, I said, let me punch you in the face and see if that's a 10 or a 1. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
One tends to forget, Dale, that when you have chronic pain, you've learned with it.
Yeah.
So you really going 1 to 10 doesn't make sense, really, because you're completely correct.
I don't even want to put this out there, but have you had an MS screen?
No, I haven't had that. I had something similar a while ago, about 2016, when I had all this going on, and then 2016, 17 is when 16 they did that, and they did the epilepsy test, and it's all on my left hemisphere, and they said this is what it affects. But that's,
I mean, it sounds like you got some degenerative stuff going on, but I mean, if you've been dealing with this since you were 9, you understand that you've got the degenerative things, and you would think they would start putting these pieces of the puzzle together. And then to speak for the people, and I'm not going to speak for your doctor that was making jokes or anything like that, but I have a couple of near and dear friends that are in the healthcare system over there.
Yeah,
it broke them. It literally, it psychologically broke them. Watching things happen with COVID.
Yeah,
it psychologically broke them. So
I'll tell you what the no, I'm not going to be rude to anybody, but when I went to the United States, this is the first time I've been over there 6 times, and I got talking to this group of people because they was like fascinated where it's come from and everything, and they said, "Oh, we like your healthcare," and I said, "Yeah." I goes, "It's quite good, you know." I goes, "You got free healthcare," and I goes, "It's not free." I said, "Who told you it was free?" He said, "Well, you don't pay for it." I goes, "Yes, we do." And this lady goes, "Well, it's free because when I wasn't very well, it was easy for me to buy a plane ticket as a holiday, went over there and stayed there for a few days, and then I had an appointment with a doctor. It didn't cost me a penny." And I said, "What you're doing there," I goes, "if you told that to somebody else, they'd have probably gone mad because what you've done there is held somebody else up for an appointment and stuff like that. She goes, well, it's free. I goes, it's not free. I go, we pay for that every single month, but it's about £600 a month, if not more, depending on how much you earn. And she goes, oh, I didn't know that. I go, so we pay out of our wages every single month. And I goes, the good thing about it is like, you know, my grandparents paid for it. It's from 1947. You know, who Arjun brought it in from Labour, and it was designed to help people through generations. So they would build up a bank, and so I could use it. You know, my kid can use it when his kids can use it, and it goes on and so forth. So it's a big pot. But then you get people like this, this woman, she decided to wear high heels to work. Now she walked 3 miles to work. She went to work for 3 miles for all day, and she had bad feet. Now the hospital, the emergency services, was a mile away, but no, she walked to the emergency room rather than walking home and then changing her feet and, you know, sorting her feet out. She spent 4 hours in the waiting room, and then they said, the reason why you got bad feet is because you're wearing the wrong shoes. Then she had to walk 5 miles home. So in the same shoes you walked in all day. But it's people like that who screw up the system.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be for people who are ill, who needs care. You know, whoever uses it can use it, but you get alcoholics, you get people who are on drugs, you get the best care in the world, and when it's something like, you know, your mum or your dad or your grandparents who need the social care for dementia or Alzheimer's and stuff like that, they have to sell their houses for that.
Yeah, that makes me crazy. Medical bankruptcy makes me insane.
Yeah, you know, we got it's hypochondriacs as well. Like Carl, he works all week, and half it, he probably never used the NHS. You know what I mean? But he still has to pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that people do abuse the system. And you know, I have no ill will with the National Health Service, but the last 4 years, it's been the care has been thrown out the window, and they get away with a phone call, and that breaks me to height, especially when someone who needs really urgent care. There's been stories like nearly 8 hours for an heart attack to turn up.
The problem is with the NHS as well. It's been underfunded for like I don't know how long, as well. So
it's always been underfunded forever.
And they don't take care of them. They literally don't take care of them. They work them to death. They're like, you have to work an 18-hour shift. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And then you have to deal with people who refuse to get vaccinated, then come down sick, then entire wards are shut down. And then they work them to death.
Zoe was a nurse at the NHS, and she left. She left because the standard of care, she was doing the wards, and the problem was she was left alone to do 16 beds. Now there's a red shift and a blue shift, and they wanted her to do both shifts, and she went to go and use the loo for the 1 minute she had all day, and all the other people was in the toilets on their phones, and she says, "What are you doing?" She says, "Oh, we're just escaping." And she just left. She said, "I can't be bothered to do this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore." 16 years. Just left. Because she just got fed up with people being lazy as well. You do get them. You get them everywhere. Yeah. But it's that doctor I spoke to though was the most frustrating person. The new renal doctor I had,
Yeah.
all she done was spoke about herself. I wanted to pin a medal on her chest and say congratulations. Your time. You had 20 minutes. Now you got to leave.
Yeah, the standard of healthcare has gone down. Now I'm talking Canada now. Has gone down so badly that our queues for the emergencies are anywhere between 8 and 12 hours just to get in to see somebody, unless of course you're on death's door. These people have been worked so heavily. My neighbor right next door to me here is a nurse. I've caught her many times coming home, and she's in tears as she's walking through the door. She's absolutely broken because of the system here.
Yeah.
It's really sad, and what's really hard for me to see, because we do have a system similar to the UK, socialized medicine, but even though they don't say it is, it's two-tiered. If you have the money, you can get the better care. If you don't have the money, you wait months and months and months to even for me to even see my own family physician. It's an average of 90 days just to see my own physician. So it's tragic. And those living with chronic pain, the frustration with many of us, and I'm going to count myself to it, because I fought the big C 3 times in the last couple of years. Fortunately, I've come out on top of it, thank goodness. But it has been horrendous. It has absolutely been horrendous and very frightening. So the one thing that I'll leave you with is that the frustration comes from the fact that all they seem to be doing now, because everything is so stretched, they're treating the effect rather than the cause.
Yeah.
It's easier to dole out medicines than it is to go in and resolve the issue. And believe me, as someone that suffers chronically, it's nice to be able to get rid of what it is that's causing the issue, vice just masking it with drugs.
Yeah. This is me trying to hug myself around the world. I am literally hugging from England to Wales to Canada. There's a hug going out.
We'll be there in a minute.
So enjoy each day like it's your last, folks.
Well, surround yourself with good people. Like, let's see if I can point this way. Up is at least right, but then up and that way. You surround yourself with good people.
And the people in the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat, of course, and well, I don't. It's always worse people often than me, and I'd rather try and help people out worse off than me.
Well, yeah, but you had to wake up with that face today, and then Zoe had to look at that face too.
Exactly. I mean, so she's worse off than me, right?
I can look up and go, "Hey, people have a horse. Come on, look at my face."
I haven't got to look at this face. Everybody else has got.
I've got a face for radio, but I keep being on TV. So
I got a face at a stop clock. So
well, I can say your missus is a lucky woman, and you're a lucky man to be so happy.
I am, and she's been my rock. She's got things going on herself, but wives and women and mums alike, they just carry on. They're built in a different.
I've said it a million times over. I'm a tough old Marine, but at my peak of just pure badass, I still couldn't hold a candle to my 80-year-old great grandmother at the time. Couldn't do it. Couldn't. At my utter peak of masculinity, my 80-year-old great grandmother would go around and just take on the world. She lived through did stuff, and my grandma did them things, and my wife keeps this house afloat. I'm a tiny little mouse. My wife is like Wonder Woman. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're so big, strong, and tough, and resilient." No, I'm not. I'm going through cancer. My wife went to work today, and she's carrying us. She is literally carrying us. So on my toughest day, I am a pipsqueak compared to my wife, my mother, my grandma, and great grandma.
Me too. I said to Zoe, I goes, "Men are babies. Men are just." We're out for the pride, but men are babies, big babies, really.
90% of combat veterans that I knew, mama's boys, unapologetic mama's boys. 90% of them, unapologetic mama's boys, and myself included. I'm an unapologetic mama's boy. But my worst day, the worst pain I've ever had to have, they did try and come close to some of my cancer treatments, but I never had to give birth to a baby, so my life ain't never been that.
Oh, heck. Yeah. That's a whole different league, man.
I've had some large bowel movements, but I mean, come on. They weren't the size of a bowling ball. So,
I've watched 7 of my children being born, and I'll tell you right now, I'd never survive that. There's just
not even one.
Not even one.
Not even one.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Hunting and stuff. Coining around, nice to see you, brother. Heaths. And of course, Alex Anderson. Do you know what, Alex? I don't know who that was. It was just some random person. I get it more often than not where they, especially on emails, where they say they see a certain channel and why haven't you put this value in it? You know, I got loads of these and they're worth this. Do you want to buy them? Someone says they're worth $15,000 or whatever. And I say, if you've got loads of them, why are they worth $15,000?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually quite a crazy one.
That's why we say real women should be in charge, not Maggie Thatchers and not rich elite.
No, yeah, the real mums, the real.
Put somebody's grandma in charge, and this world would be straightened out so quickly, quickly.
Yeah. My mum said, like, with my nan, she goes, if it was a bunch of your nans on the front line, there won't be any wars.
Nobody pull the trigger. I wouldn't. I would never pull the trigger on a grandma. You know, they'd have to be actually a sapper running at me where I can see the bomb. If they're not, I'm going to be running out to them with my arms extended going, what can I do to help you?
Yeah.
And then they'd look at me and laugh and blow me away because they'd be tougher than me anyway.
I would never put nanas up in the front line, but I sure as heck would put politicians up there.
You put politicians up there and put nanas in the White House and in Buckingham Palace.
Now you're talking.
Exactly.
You know, put them in.
Now you're talking.
Put them in power. All these men, all these little minded men going, oh, but if they have their women bad days, like us men don't, whatever. If they have their women bad days, you give them a little bit of room, let them still run. They run the world anyway. Let them officially do it. Put us in line. Put us in line to say, hey, this is how it's going to happen. And don't you sass me, young man.
I hope Mrs. C isn't listening in on this.
That would be the world to live in.
I
would break any political allegiance whatsoever just to vote for sensible grandmother.
We're being pretty brave here, letting the cat out of the bag. How we realize how important they are.
Going,
The moment they know that we realize how important they are, they're not going to think of us as men anymore.
I ain't ashamed to admit it. My wife gets annoyed because I talk so highly of my wife. She's like, why? I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? And she's like, yeah, but she picks on her own little peccadillos. And I'm like, you're picking yourself to death on little things when your flaws are so tiny. You're perfectly imperfect. And you could run the world, and she second guesses herself because of a bunch of dumbass, pardon my French, generations of men who telling her she wasn't.
Oh my!
And she believed them.
See, what I get from Mrs. C is, especially if I start explaining how much I appreciate her and how great she really is. The moment I say that, it's what do you want?
What do you want? Yep. What are you after? A smile.
Or you get, what have you done?
I woke up.
We're in for it now. We got Rebecca up here.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hello. I have.
You agree with what we're talking about, Rebecca?
I've been listening. And I'm not going to criticize you guys.
It's a live stream.
Because all of us need to be humble.
Yep.
Absolutely. I couldn't even claim to be humble. If you bore children, I've been to combat and I still couldn't hold a candle to you. I couldn't do it.
I understand.
I couldn't do it. I could not be maternal.
When my now ex-husband literally shattered his wrist, he was like crying like a baby. And I said to him, you now know what I feel like when I had those babies.
Well, there you go.
Well, try that a millionfold. We still wouldn't even understand the pain.
Yeah, there's no way us guys would ever survive that. There's just
I don't think so either.
When
But
my
I
wife
want to check out something. I've been trying to figure out how to get with my channel, my avatar up. So we're going to see if it has changed.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
You did it.
Technological advancements. Pat on the back.
With my brother's help, I would read, and I'm like, okay, how do I change this thing?
Now, where are you at?
Right, I must go, guys. I may be on tomorrow, but football's on with England and Wales. So good luck, Taffy, tomorrow. Hopefully you beat us 4-0, for goodness sake.
Bloody hell. Can you imagine?
Have a good night's rest, dude.
And you too. Thank you for everything. And thank you, Skipper and Santa and Rebecca and everybody else in chat. It's great to see you guys, and much love and respect to every single one of you. And of course, you two guys, thank you for your service.
Oh yes, definitely.
Well, it was my honor to serve.
It was a cakewalk. I was drunk most of the time.
I'm not gonna add to that. I stayed away from the
And I'm still not ashamed to admit it. I wasn't as tough as my old grandma. So.
Oh, I'm not as tough as any woman on the planet, to be honest. And I think it's just a wall what we guys put up sometimes. But when you break that wall down, as I said to Lauren, because I said if you're going to speak to a guy, you got to go and speak, because that guy is a baby, ain't going to talk to you. You know what I mean? You got to break the ice.
Well, and I'm telling you, if you've been going through this stuff since you were 9, you're a heck of a lot tougher than I ever was. If you've had transplants,
it's probably more my mouth than off his 5 kids. So I was actually doing pregnant. Skipper will tell you one day. When we're off camera, I'll explain it.
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since he's had that lobotomy, he's had trouble with talking anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
He was a surgeon. He says, take a deep breath. Anyway,
Mike?
Santa, have a good one. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow, but if not, I'll be definitely on Santa's stream tomorrow, Wednesday.
Okay.
But I'll be in the chat anyway. If Santa's streaming tomorrow, but if not, be Wednesday.
I've got a lot of children's videos to put up, so I can keep busy if you're not there.
Okay, I'll put out a community post tomorrow anyway. So.
All right. Well, rest
Mr. MJ Bordeaux.
Boudreau.
Boudreau.
Monsieur MJ Boudreau. Bonjour, Tupac.
Call back to a while ago, John Jacobs. We're here for you too, brother.
Always.
Love to your family, buddy.
Take care, everybody.
All right, take care, Dale.
Au revoir, bientôt, mon frère.
Now, where were we? Where are you from, young lady?
I am in Missouri.
Oh, well, I'm in Indiana, so.
Indiana.
That's a nice another Midwest.
Not too far from. Indiana's not far.
No. Just
I'll be there pointing around.
You want to see a really pretty hat?
Do you put candles in it too?
No, it's
he's looking at the frame.
No. I'm making the hat. I do it on these round.
Oh, I thought that you said that's a hat. I was like, okay, that looks like
not
a candle hat
yet.
Okay, beauty.
Je m'appelle Santa Nikolai.
Saint Nikolai from St. Petersburg.
Man, no. Mira, Turkey. Turkish konuşuyormusunuz?
I'll be back now. I'm not sure if next those cats are after the bins again.
Are you going bin catting again? Or caterwauling?
I might take the harpoon and see if I can catch one of the cats.
Well, as long as they're not skunks.
We don't have them in this country, thankfully.
Oh, I had one run around my house yesterday. It's the stench still kind of lingers in the front yard.
My mother's Siamese cat brought home a girlfriend. It happened to be a skunk.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, there he was sitting in the living room.
Skunks are adorable if they've had that stink sack.
Yeah, no kidding.
With the stink stack, they're just no fun.
Yeah. That Toys for Tots charity is going to be amazing for anybody that's into it. It's especially, it's a Marine Corps initiative, 75 years in the making. Can you believe that?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, the cat's safe for another night.
All right.
Yeah, if you would have hurt the poor thing, it would have been catastrophic.
Oh, that fun.
And if I got into trouble because of it, it'd be a catastrophe.
I have noticed when I've been driving down the road, then a skunk has been hit, and the smell leaves until it rains. Then that smell comes back again.
Well, I learned firsthand the best thing for me to get rid of that smell was tomato juice.
I don't know if I could do that to the road. On the asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would. I might get in trouble for littering.
So do you actually have skunks in Canada then?
Yes. Skunks.
I know America.
And beaver and porcupine.
Yeah,
and out here a lot of gophers and
we've
moose.
We've been reintroducing beavers over here.
Yeah, I have to really watch myself driving out to my daughter's place because the moose are constantly, especially dawn and dusk, they're out in force, and you don't want to hit them.
And if they fall over, can you accidentally put it in the boot and put it in your freezer?
You would not be able to lift that thing. It's too heavy.
That's why you carry a machete just in case.
You're quite the coeur de bois.
Mm-hmm. You when something like that happens, you can't waste nature. That's all I'm saying.
Trust me, if that was roadkill, you would be the one that would be on the road.
I don't know if you guys follow MT Homestead. They were talking about one time that he seen a buck dead on the road. Well, he thought it was dead, and it wasn't. It was sleeping.
Oh, that was not a good choice.
Oh, no, it wasn't. He said, I had to hang on to that thing until I got it out of the road. And then he released it. He was getting ready to lay it upon his flatbed of his truck. I was like, oh, my goodness.
I've seen the damage that a sheep can cause if it's been hit by a car. It's like a sheep will stick a dent in your body, no problem. Can you imagine a car hitting a moose?
Yeah, we have moose, we have elk, we have deer, we have bear, we have cougars here. We have such a wide variety of wildlife, large and small. And so when you're driving around here, you've got to really be have all your senses working, as it can be very dangerous. Again, at dawn and dusk.
And if you're lucky, it's a free meal.
Do you also have caribou up there?
A little bit further north, yeah. Yeah, it's mostly elk here, but we do have a lot of bison.
Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't think clear up there you would have bison.
Oh yeah, no, we have one of the largest herds of buffalo, just outside the city here. Very large.
But
Do
you
they
can't
hang
roller
around
skate
in
in a
the winter,
buffalo
or do they
herd.
migrate?
I'm guessing there's probably a difference between the plains bison and the ones up in the mountains too. You know.
Not a heck of a lot
Not
of difference.
really, no. But you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
That's for sure.
Skate in a buffalo herd.
Yeah, and the one thing I missed, we also have coyotes and we have wolves. So it's you got to remember within 100 miles of the American border is 90% of the Canadian population. So we've got a huge. I mean, we're second largest country in the world. That's most of it is wild.
Wow.
So you're talking a lot of wildlife,
Especially in the acreage around Santa's house there.
Well, absolutely, a lot. You know, when I walk outside my door and there's a deer looking at me, I go, okay, hello there. They get so used to people, they'll come up and they'll be looking for handouts.
Yeah. And speaking of Santa and being awesome and cool, I got to thank you again. The girls are still beaming about that.
Oh, I'm glad.
Still beaming about Uncle Kyle knowing Santa Claus.
Yeah, there are a lot of animals in the Yukon. You know what? There are badgers, but I haven't seen any in my area, but I know of them.
Speaking of Yukon, in the off season, are you Yukon Cornelius tour guide?
That would be my nephew.
Ah.
Yeah, he actually does a lot of the ice road trucking. Oh boy.
Oh,
Some of the pictures he takes. Oh, well, you know, a lot of the reserves out here, they're only accessible once everything's frozen over.
Yeah.
So they truck everything in over frozen lakes. They just make roads. It's crazy. And, you know, you get a 45-foot tractor trailer running on a frozen lake. And you got to watch your speed so that you're not buckling the ice and getting those ridges to build. Not good.
Oh. Badgers. We don't need no stinking badgers.
we got badgers in the UK. Do you have hedgehogs?
Yes, of course.
We have groundhogs here.
We got Sonic. I got a backyard full of moles now that the dog's gone up with the kids. The backyard just got filled up with moles.
Yeah, it's an interesting country because we're so large. The animal diversity is actually quite shocking. A good example is if you were to go to Ontario, for instance, and head towards the Bruce Peninsula, their areas inundated with the Mississauga rattlesnakes, which, by the way, were pretty good tasty treats once you get rid of the head. And they made great once you skin them and ate the meat, and then you got their pelts with the rattle. We used to wrap them around our hats. Anyway, that was cool. But you can't do that out here, because out here you head south and you head towards Medicine Hat. We had the big diamondback rattlesnakes. You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah,
they are big.
And you got squatches up there too.
Which?
You got squatchies up there too. Sasquatches.
Oh, the Sasquatch. Hello.
Sasquatch guys.
If Santa goes naked up the mountain, there's a Sasquatch sighting right there.
He's in Yeti
you don't want to see me in a Speedo.
Are you paying me back for my comments on your visit to the old folks home?
Yeah,
that's next weekend. Or
that's on the 7th. That's on the 7th.
Oh my goodness!
I've got a 6-hour stint at the mall on the 2nd, I've got an 8-hour stint on the 6th. Then I have to be out in Wainwright, Alberta, to do the seniors residence for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's about a 2.5-hour drive. For you guys, that's clear across the all of England. Then and then I right after that, I have the television commercial I have to do for the optometry company in Wainwright. So I'll be doing that. So and then head home eventually after hopefully a decent meal
and a change of outfit.
Oh yeah. By that time I'll be past it, I think, because it'll be another 2.5-hour drive. So 5 hours of driving in one day as well. That's enough, especially out here. Is we've just had a major snow dump this morning, actually. So hopefully all the roads will be cleared. Yes, a major dump. When I say that, it's probably a foot deep, maybe.
A major dump of snow in the UK, in where I am in the UK, is about 5 centimeters.
I'm gonna
resist. We don't handle snow.
Yeah,
we don't handle snow very well. It's like as soon as there's any mention of a snowflake, all of a sudden all of the bread and milk disappears from the supermarkets.
I'm gonna resist being the ugly American and not make any big dump jokes.
Oh yeah, January, February, we usually end up with about 3-4 feet of snow here.
The day after Thanksgiving tends to be our huge big dump day.
Yeah, and we'll have snow right to the mid-April. 15th April is when they typically starts melting.
Mm.
And they're threatening, like they do every single year over here, that apparently that we might have snow at Christmas. It's like it's literally happened. Snow on Christmas about once, maybe twice in my life, and I'm 35.
Yeah, it's like that in Southern Ontario too. In around Windsor and Detroit, they usually have a very wet winter.
I think the biggest snowfall that we had here in the state I live in was probably 18 inches.
That's still fairly good. That's a good number.
It is.
It slows things down a bit.
Yes, it does. Especially when you don't have four-wheel drive vehicles. You just
now the blizzard of 77, 78. We had a bunch more than that, but that was the blizzard. So
yeah, it's been a while since I've seen snowfalls bad enough where they've actually reached the eaves troughs. It's and yes, I have seen those where it's actually you cannot tell where the ground goes right up and it touches the roof.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those in my life.
I think the last time that we had something like that in the UK was in the 80s. I think it was like either like 82, 84, 87, something like that.
Yeah.
But then they had like massive snow drifts. You'd have like patches where there'd be absolutely no snow, and then all of a sudden houses covered just because of the drifts.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the snow. I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for 10 foot of snow. I was like, I'm home. I work from home anyway, so I'm sorted.
I'll be happy if I never see 10 foot of snow again.
Yeah. I agree with Mr. Boudreau here. He's talking about Buffalo, New York. Any of the coastal cities along the Great Lakes, especially when you talk Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior, even around Lake St. Clair, the snow and blowing off the water, it's brutal. It's really wet cold. And there's nothing, in my mind, there's nothing worse than a wet cold. I can handle a dry cold, but a wet cold is brutal. It goes right through you.
What's the dance music?
There's a video I want to watch.
Uh-oh.
Of a channel that I have been following since I started following YouTube.
Sure.
It's Our Wyoming Life. And he's doing a video about a very big steer that he has. And it's about a steer that they named Cracker Jack. And
I've seen that one. It's huge.
Yes, he's huge. Yeah.
Like
He's much
he actually
bigger.
dwarfs all the rest of the cattle.
Oh, yes, he does. And he protects those girls.
Yeah.
Even with the they have he's going to talk about Cracker Jack. He calls him I don't remember what. But yeah, I've got it on the iPad and I'm going to kind of turn it up just a little bit. But yeah, he calls him some kind of cow. I don't know what breed he is. But when I see the big bulls come out there, he literally towers over them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's funny to see how
literally
much
towers over them. You know, and he's a steer. They call him a lead steer or a Judas steer because what he does is he leads the herd back home. He's a huge. It's like, yeah, he's something else. But if you've ever seen Cracker Jack, I've seen him live. I was on the ranch. And that is a big steer. I'm like, whoa, that thing's huge. I think Skipper left to go watch. I've been waiting. I thought this thing was going to come on at 5 o'clock, and no, he brought it at 6 o'clock my time.
I just had to put the link in chat here.
Oh, okay.
Wants to come visit us.
I'm like, oh, it's like, oh my gosh, that. Like I said, my brother and I were on that ranch.
Yeah.
And we got to literally see Cracker Jack.
He is huge.
It's like, I mean, Mike is about 6 foot, and that cow still with his head was higher than what Mike is. I'm sorry I'm doing this on your thing, but it's like I've been waiting for this story of Cracker Jack for so long.
There's my Santas.
They have Herefords.
Oh, gee. If you've got a link there, Rebecca, you want to throw it in?
I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that. It's on my iPad. And yeah.
Okay. What's the title of the video then for him?
The history of Cracker Jack.
Okay, there you go. Just type in the history of Cracker Jack. Do a quick search. You should be able to find it quick enough.
Well, I'm starting to get the shakes pretty bad, and I need to get some food in me.
Me too. I've been thinking about a nice big sweet donair jumbo.
Oh, beauty.
I'm a traitor to meat tonight because what I did was I had a cabbage that I cut up, an onion that I cut up, and then I sliced some carrots on an angle. And I sauteed them and put some in my skillet. And then I ended up putting teriyaki dressing on top of it. And that's what we had for supper tonight.
Okay, no, that works. That would be very tasty.
It was really good. You know?
All right. Sing it with me, Father Christmas. Cabbage rolls and coffee. Good. You didn't get the SCTV joke there.
I'm sorry.
The
schmingies. For the spear.
I come out with the schmingies.
It's like everybody needs to, even though our Wyoming Life has 250,000 K, this family has been supporting us in meat in the United States and probably other places.
Oh,
because we
nice.
don't know where those calves that they sent off to market, where they went. We don't know. And they talk about locally knowing where your food comes from. And that's why I got into going to the farmer's market and knowing who the people are that raise my food that I'm going to eat. It makes it more personal.
Yeah, actually, farmers markets. I was raised on that too. There's nothing like going to a farmer's market, getting it fresh, getting to know the people.
Yes.
You know, and the same with butchering. I know a lot of very proficient butchers out there that aren't into the system, and you can actually get it, especially when dealing with wild game meat and whatnot. These guys do a lot of our packaging and stuff, but we don't deal with the supermarkets or any of that.
Well, a lot of people don't know this about me, but they know that I know a lot. When my now ex-husband would harvest a deer, I would field dress that deer because he didn't really know how to, but I did. And we would cut that meat up. I would pull the tenderloins out of where the hip, inside that hip area.
Right.
And I would cut out the backstrap. That was the only two parts of the meat that we saved that we did not put into the canning meat.
Right.
We would literally can deer meat in canning jars, wide mouth canning jars, where it's already cooked, ready for you to warm and put in whatever you're going to put it in.
And you cannot knock that.
I know.
I've had lots of canned wild meat, moose and deer, and it's succulent. It's absolutely delicious.
You know, people say that deer is gamey. No, it's not. It's the bone that you leave in there. And taking out that bone, people did not know that the vegetable beef soup that they thought was beef, it was venison. I never told them. You know, they're like, this is the best beef I've ever eaten. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I've made venison for my family lots of times, and I never told them.
Oh, don't you admit that? Because we know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
They were all female.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the ones I was using. They were not the intelligent ones that could fly.
All right. I got to tap out. I got too many things to do. So
it was great meeting you.
Nice to meet you, Kyle. Good to see you.
And I'm going to shut it down too, guys, because I've got to make Mrs. C something nice for dinner. Because Kyle, of course, has reminded me I'm hungry too.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm jumping on chat anyway, Santa, if you're still about.
Oh, in Discord? Yeah, I will probably drag the phone up there and you can chat with me while I'm cooking.
No worries. We've been scraping out the freezer and everything. I got to do the chest freezer tomorrow now, ready for the Christmas fill.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I it's been a long time since I've worked with dairy. I was believe it or not, I was a cowboy. I used to work a feedlot. I used to bring them in. I used to help with the milking of cows and all kinds of stuff. But I'm a lousy cowboy. Boy, did I ever fall off that horse.
Oh my gosh.
What? Did you milk a steer one day or something?
No, I was never that stupid.
All right. Night, y'all.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.